Well, hello friends. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you the items that I picked up at a recent garage sale. Actually, we went today. This is Saturday, and it was a town-wide garage sale, and Scott and I went, just the two of us, and we had a really good time, and I found some really good treasures. I'm just going to show you in no particular order what I picked up. I will try to remember the prices. Some of the places they took the price tags off, sometimes they didn't, so I'll just try my best to remember how much I paid. The first item was some spoons. I have mentioned in the past how all of my spoons have walked away, and I had bought some spoons a couple months ago or a month or so ago, but they were all really old, and so I decided to keep them for decor purposes. But these are actually to be used, all except for this one, which is a soup spoon, and it's very old. I'm going to just add this with my other old spoons that I got a month or so ago. But the rest of these are completely usable. In fact, we have some spoons exactly like these, like this one already. And so I got like 3 of those. Let me see. All of them are just pretty basic regular spoons. There's a couple of them that are really different. This one is super heavy, nice and heavy. This one is interesting. It's like more of a soup spoon, but we can use it for ice cream or cereal or whatever. But the spoons were 6 for $1. So I got 12 spoons, so I paid $2 for these spoons. And like I said, these will actually be used, and then this one will be for decor. I picked up this book mainly because I really liked the cover of it. I liked the color and the size, but it's also kind of an interesting book. I think it was a textbook maybe for an elementary school. It's got like earth and sky, and then it's got like lessons about it, I think. I just thought it was super interesting. It was 25 cents for this book, and the copyright, let me see, 1958. So I'm quite sure this was used possibly in a school. Here, this has some poems. This would be cute just to have in a book holder in the springtime. So I just really liked this book. I loved the graphics in it, and it was only 25 cents. Picked up that book at the same sale where the spoons and I got the book. I picked up 4 of these tablecloths. They were only 25 cents a piece, so I got 4 of them, and I'm going to be using them for like drop cloths for different projects that I have going on. That, like, I have a project going on, which you will see, I'm going to make an entire video out of it, that I need drop cloths for, because it's going to be a pretty extensive project. So Scott's like, oh, those would make good drop cloths, and they were only 25 cents a piece. So that's what I got those for. Then one of these sales was like right up my alley. Everything in the sale was vintage and antique, and it was so cool. Like, I shouldn't say everything, but a lot. I mean, lots and lots of vintage and antique things, and they were truly vintage and antique, not reproductions. And she kind of had vintage and antique prices on things, so I didn't really buy a whole lot from her, but I did pick up a couple of items. 3 items for sure are vintage. I don't know if they're considered antique yet, but they're vintage. And then 2 items were not. The one item I picked up that was not old or, you know, antique or whatever was this set of napkins. It's 12 napkins. They're brand new, and they were $5. And the only time I use cloth napkins are for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, you know, special events. And I thought these would be really beautiful for my Thanksgiving table this year. I picked those up for $5. This next item was also $5. And I've been looking for one of these. I've been keeping my eye out for it because it's very, very, very similar to the one that my mother had. I know it's the same shape. I just don't remember if, I don't think it's the same design on the top part. But if you don't know what this is a nutcracker. And we actually used it. I mean, it might still even be over at my dad's house. It probably is. I'm gonna have to go over there and see. But I used to use my mom's nutcracker whenever I would cook or bake something that required nuts. So I've been wanting one. I don't know that I'll use it. I might. It's perfectly in good working order, but I just wanted one for the nostalgia of it. And so I picked that up and it was $5. Another item that was actually old vintage is this auger. I thought it was an ice pick at first, but Scott said no, it's like a auger, and actually the tip is not sharp anymore. I don't know if you can see that. It's blunted, but I don't care. I liked it because of the age and because of the wood, and it would look really cute sitting on a shelf, and it was $1. I picked up this trinket box. I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it. I thought it was so cute. I love the red. It's like a little purse. It opens up. And Scott's actually the one that kind of convinced me to get it because he said, oh, that's really cute. And so I did. I picked it up and it was $2. I don't know if you can see the price tags. I've got quite a glare down here. And then the last thing I picked up from that sale, we spent quite a bit of time there looking around. They had old vintage tools and stuff that Scott thought was so cool, but he didn't buy anything. But he just thought looking at it was so fun. It's almost like looking in a museum. That's the way I feel about looking at old vintagey stuff. But anyway, the last thing I picked up was this enamelware cup. It'll look so cute sitting on my Hoosier cabinet with the red, and it was $2. So then another one of the sales I went to, a lot of the stuff was not priced, and they had so much stuff. I mean, like so much stuff. Totes and totes and totes and totes and totes and totes. Probably 30 totes full of stuff. I mean, full of stuff. And a lot of the stuff was like still wrapped, so you kind of had to dig and unwrap things. And she's like, just make me an offer. We are at the point now where we don't really even care. We just want to get rid of this stuff. So I made an offer for everything in this bag for $5, and they took it. So I'm just going to show you everything in here, and everything in this bag was $5. The first thing I picked up was this cute little aluminum cup, like a child's cup. Thought that was super cute. I got this. This matches one of the other angels that I have. The other one I have is almost exactly like this, only it's smaller. And so I just thought this was so cool. And she included this in the price for $5. This is quite large, probably 12 inches tall. And I just love her, and look at her cute, adorable face. So this will go with my angel collection at Christmas. I picked up another angel. It was very, very vintage. I looked at it for quite a while because I wasn't real sure about the coloring of it because I don't really decorate with blue, but she's definitely vintage. Look at her face. It says Japan. I wish it wasn't such a glare. It says Japan on the bottom. I'm going to switch my camera a little bit and see if I can't get out of this glare a little bit. Hold on. Well, my face is kind of shadowed, but that's okay. Maybe the glare won't be so bad. I might have to switch again. We'll see. So the next thing, this, like I said, remember this was all $5, was this little figurine. I don't know how old it is. There was a tag on the bottom, but I can't, it's ripped off. But I just love little owls, and I thought this one was so sweet. This little face was so sweet. So I got this little owl. I got this timer. I just thought it was really cool. These things look so cute sitting on a shelf. It's made out of wood. I don't collect cat figurines, but these I couldn't pass up because they were definitely old. So these will look so cute sitting on a shelf somewhere. I got this little kitty. It's still very glary, but I think her face is so adorable. And then I got these two kitties. They're definitely old. I have no idea. These are made out of like a plastic, but you can just kind of tell by looking at their faces that they're old. I just thought those were so cute. I like old stuff. I mean, I've said that before, you guys know that. And then the last thing I picked up at that particular sale was this jewelry box. I think it probably had, it says non-tarnishable on the inside. So it was some sort of a case that maybe had a watch or a bracelet or something like that in it. And I just thought it was really cool, and I thought it would make a nice riser for things, or just kind of lean it on a shelf. I just thought it was really neat and very old. All right, I moved the camera again. I'm not in the shadows anymore. I don't know if there'll be a glare. Anyway, all right, there was another sale I went to that all I bought there was doilies. She had a ton of doilies and she was selling them for 10 cents a piece. So I bought $1 worth. I bought 10 doilies. And some of them are fairly commonplace, like this one. You can kind of get those a dime a dozen. Almost literally. But then they've got some that are so different. Look at this one. That is so pretty. Love that. Oh, and this one is gorgeous too. Look at that. Here's another one that's different. I won't show you all 10 of them. I'll just show you the ones that are like really different. Like here's this one. A couple of them are kind of the same. Here's one that's off a very much tan off-white color. And then I've got these, I think were probably like placemats because it's quite large. It's this one. And if you hear a squeaking sound, it's this chair. I got this chair thrifting several years ago and it's like probably from the 70s. And so it's squeaky. But this one's got like a rose pattern in the middle. I just thought those were so pretty and 10 cents a piece. You cannot beat that. So then there was another sale that I bought quite a bit at. One of the things I got was this hat. You might have seen it when I had the camera facing the other way. I just thought it was so cool. I love the flag and the blingy brim. I'm gonna wear this when I go to vote in November. And it was $2. So I really liked that. As you see, I like to wear ball caps. Most any other kind of hat does not look good on me, but I think ball caps don't look too bad. Now at the sale where I got that hat, they took the price tags off of things, so I'm not going to remember exactly how much I paid for a lot of this stuff. Some of it I do remember, some of it I can't remember. I got a couple of Longaberger baskets, and they actually say Longaberger on the bottom. And these things are expensive. So I got this one, I couldn't pass it up. It was only $3. Now it's small, but you can hang it on the wall. And that's probably what I'll do, is hang it on the wall, maybe up in my kitchen to put pins or something in. And I just think it is so adorable. And then there was another Longaberger basket, and I paid $4 for it. And it's a bit bigger, but $4. And this is Longaberger. Every Longaberger basket I have bought at garage sales for super cheap or have been given to me as gifts. But I do like them, but I just can't afford them to buy them, you know, brand new or at like vintage store prices. Then also at that sale, I picked up this little, it's not exactly a pip berry, but it's like a little berry wreath. I think I paid 25 cents for it. Pretty sure it was 25 cents. Then I picked up this wooden apple. I thought it was so cute because it's, you know, been eaten. And this was 50 cents. This would look so cute sitting on a shelf. And then I picked up this little pail. It was also 50 cents, but the reason I got it is because it has a rooster on the back, which I thought was so cute. Set this on a shelf. I think I finally got the angle where I'm not so much glare. This sale where I got the hat and all these things I've been showing you, they had all kinds of like primitive stuff. A lot of apple stuff, which I don't decorate with, but a lot of like primitive rustic stuff, and I really liked it, and the prices weren't bad. I picked up this ivy vine for 25 cents. This one still has the tag on it. $50. This was 50 cents, and I'll either use it as is, or I can, you know, take it apart and use parts off of it. But I love to decorate with ivy. And then the last thing I got from that sale is this pot, and I cannot remember how much this was. I think maybe 75 cents. It was super cheap, and it's really heavy. Now, I'm not a fan of the tie here. I will probably take that off and either put some raffia around it or just some twine or maybe just nothing. But I just loved the color of it. I know a lot of people don't like to decorate with the hearts these days, but what you can do is whoop, turn it around, which is probably what I'll do. And I just loved it. I love the color. It looks very like you can use it in the fall, but I'll probably use it all year round if I find the right spot for it. Now, it's not old, I don't think, because it's got these little rubber feet on it, or little rubber pads, but that could have been added at a later date. There's no markings or anything on it, so I'm not sure where it came from or anything like that, but I just love it. Now, there's no seal, so I won't be able to like put anything in it, unless maybe some like pre-wrapped candy or something. But anyway, I just loved it. So pretty. Then another sale we went to, they had probably 100 kerosene lamps, oil lamps, all different shapes, sizes, colors. They were gorgeous, gorgeous. They wanted $25 a piece for them, so I didn't need one that badly, but I could certainly admire them, and there were many of them. I told Scott there's probably half a dozen that I would love to own. I think they had some that were in the amber glass, and they were like the full-size kerosene lamps, oil lamps. Just beautiful, like every color you can imagine, every shape. It was amazing. But like I said, I didn't need it that bad for $25 a piece. Now, $25 was probably a good price for those, at least some of the more unique ones, but I had no place to put it and I had no use for it, so I didn't get any. However, they did have one miniature oil lamp, and they didn't have it priced. They asked me to make an offer, and I said, well, ordinarily when I buy these, I said, because I collect them, I don't spend much more than $4 for one. And they're like, sold, you can have it for $4. So I got this little oil lamp. I don't have one like it. It's a tiny bit taller than the ones I usually get, but I know it will fit. I'm pretty sure it will fit on the shelf where I have my oil lamps. If it doesn't, I'll set it somewhere else. But for $4, I thought it was adorable. I couldn't leave that behind. And then I've got just a couple more items. These, I paid $1 a piece for them. And this will be obviously for my Christmas decor. The one looks like its wing got a little bit bent. I have to work on that. But it's just these rustic angels. One, like a large one, a medium one. They had a small one, but it looks like someone had tried to make a craft project out of it and had glued like lace and beads and stuff on it, and that was not my style. So I just went with the big one and the medium-sized one for $1 a piece. Thought these would look really cute in my decor. And they had quite a bit of books at this particular sale, and I found this one. I liked it. The red color caught my attention. And then the title is The Modern Family Cookbook. I'm probably going to use this mostly for decor, but I might use it for the recipes as well. Some of the recipes in here looked quite interesting, and the copyright date on it, this particular edition was 1968, but the earliest edition was 1942. So modern family, but it wouldn't be modern today. But anyway, it's got some illustrations and some, you know, photo pictures in it. This chapter's on candy. Some other desserts. Here's one about meat. And I just thought the recipes looked interesting. This one's pastry and pies, lemon ginger crusted pie, nut pie, lemon cream tarts, lemon meringue pie. So it's like, maybe I'll look in here for some pie, some different pie ideas for Thanksgiving. But anyway, ooh, this is under the meat sundries, scrambled brains. Ugh. 1 pound calf brains. Yuck. Tripe a la Creole. I will not be doing anything out of the meat sundries section of this cookbook. Boiled fresh tongue, cold jellied tongue, creamed sweetbreads. No, 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 no. No, thank you. But anyway, I thought this was very interesting. And I've got 2 more items to share with you, and both of them are plates, and they are decorative plates. This sale had, I don't think they had them from every state, like there wasn't all 50 states, but they had a lot. And we looked through all of them, and Scott was actually really surprised, but they actually had an Indiana plate. He didn't think there would be one for Indiana. But of course I had to pick up the Indiana plate. And then the other plate I picked up was the Florida plate. My mom was born and raised in Florida. I think they did spend a short amount of her childhood in Georgia, but for the most part it was Florida. And I have lots of family members that live in Florida. And so Florida holds a soft spot in my heart. I may never get back there again, but we went there a lot when I was a kid. And so I have fond memories of Florida. All right, friends, that is my garage sale haul, townwide. I picked up some really cool things. We had a great time, and it was a lot of fun. I don't know how much of this stuff I will get styled before I edit this video, but if I get anything styled and put in place, I will tack that on to this video. Here's where this book landed. I really like it there. It kind of matches the blue-green that are in these plates. It doesn't really match the chicken, but that's okay. It matches the kind of the green that's in the chicken. That's where that book wound up. And one of the doilies, as you can see. In here, I stuck the nut grinder or the nut chopper there, and I put the timer there. I just kind of stuck the things I got at the garage sales just here and there in my decor. Now down here I did change this up quite a bit. I had these chickens and the thread bobbers sitting on a stack of books, and so I used this Longaberger basket instead and just kind of set them on there. And this is another one of those doilies. And then here's that enamelware cup. I set it on top of that candle ring or whatever that is that I got. And that's one of the spoon, that old spoon that I wanted to display. Put that there. So I think that turned out cute. So over here on this shelf, I stuck the 3 little kittens and the apple core. I thought that brought some color to this. It was kind of looking a little bit dark, so I thought the red on there, that pop of red, looked really good on there. Over here, I stuck the little vintage jewelry case. Just put it on there. Stuck the little pigs on top of it. And this is where I put the cookbook. And it's stacked up here with another book of a similar color. And I just have my lamp sitting on it. It turned out really cute too. And it's easy to get to if I actually want to use that cookbook. Alright friends, that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. Leave me a comment in the comment section below letting me know which was your favorite item that I found on this garage sale day. And don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye friends.